Hi friends, welcome back to CJ's Old Time Farm. I have not been on for a little minute here. I've been going through some personal stuff and hey, you know what, that happens. And but I'm back and I'm out in the greenhouse today. I just have decided that I have a craft vendor kind of sale coming up at the end of March, and I could start some of these seeds in the house, and in a couple days here we're gonna drop way back down and I'll bring them in the house for a few days. But with the insulation in here that I had showed you in a previous video, and I'll link that, but with all of that, it's staying 20-25 degrees warmer in here even when the sun's not shining. So I'm pretty comfortable with starting some of the hardier greens out here. And so today, that's what I did. I'm playing with my new soil blocker, and I like it a lot. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of soil in here, so I'm out of soil, so I'm done planting for the day. But I'll pick up some more next time I'm out at the store. And but I like it. It's working out really well, and I think I will definitely go ahead and invest in, when I'm able to here, the mini blocks, because I could fit a lot more on my space that I have available with the mini blocks. I wasn't sure about the mini blocks, so I got the 2-inch block. And I do wish that I had the mini blocks. But for now, I'm using the 2-inch ones, and I just won't have to transplant those as quickly into bigger pots. I'm really excited to see how they do with the air pruning that they're supposed to be good for. And I'm really excited to see how they transplant better into the garden, because that's what I hear. So that's what I am trying this year. So the plants that I'm trying to plant right now today, I've actually planted a few over the last week and a half, and I put some in the house to germinate because they need a little higher temperature. But it's actually gotten a little warmer, so for now they can be out here because I really don't have space set up in the house. So I planted some endive, some globe radishes, some arugula, some Swiss chard, and some broccoli. Even though I don't think any of these will be huge by the time I go to this craft vendor sale at the end of March, I do think that I'll have some baby greens and sprouts. So that was kind of where I was going with that anyway. Mostly I'm going there to get my name out in the community more and sell some soaps and lotions, because those are things that I can do right now while it's still cold. We do have the propane heater set up in here, and I will probably start using that soon, but I don't want to use it when it's 14 degrees out. That's just not economically sufficient to me. I'll just bring the trays in the house, and so I kind of keep the trays small, the number of them, until it warms back up after this cold snap. And hopefully this will be the last cold snap, because it is getting to be March at the end of this week, and I really need to get started with some of the warmer weather crops that need to start being started. So I do think next year I am going to plan on a little shelving system in the house so that I can start a little earlier with the greens. But it is what it is. So I also was really excited this week, and it really cheered me up because I was having some, down time, and I still am a little, but this really cheered me up, and I just want to thank my friend Tammy over at Little Jordan Farms. We're really getting to know each other and texting and all that, and she sent me a whole bunch of seeds, and I just love her for that. And there, I gotta show them to you. And one that I am super excited about is the loofah gourd seeds, because I so want to do that this year. With making all the goat milk soap and stuff, I want to have loofahs to put in them and make scrubbies and all kinds of really cool stuff like that for sale and for the homestead. So there's those. And let's see, I got some feverfew, which thank you Tammy. I really needed those because I did not gather my feverfew seeds last year. My bad. But you rescued me. And purple dwarf hollyhock, which sounds really cool. I didn't even know that hollyhocks had dwarfs, versions. So I'm really excited to grow those. And some calendula. I love my calendulas. I love planting them. So thank you, thank you. And let's see, chamomile. Always can use more chamomile. I love chamomile in my tea. I love it in my salves. It's just a great herb to have on the homestead. And excuse me here, I dropped some. And yarrow. Yarrow is such a great herb. You can use it to help bring down fevers. And just, I don't know, there's so many uses for yarrow. So thank you, Tammy. This is awesome. And I got some, let's see, some peas. And some cilantro. Some lettuces. That's awesome. I really want to concentrate this year on having a lot of greens and lettuces. So this is going to come in so handy. Thank you, Tammy. Let's see. And some pepper seeds. And I got to tell you that I am going through a little bit of a difficult financial thing here. And I was kind of like, well, I'm not going to be able to order my seeds. And I was really upset because I really don't have very many pepper seeds left. So, Tammy, you are an angel. Thank you so much. Go and check out her channel. It's a great little channel called Little Jordan Farm. She's got goats and chickens and gardens and, the whole 9 yards. And she's a really great person. Yeah, I think you'll really love her channel. So go on over and check her out. I will leave a link to her channel below. And let's see, is there anything else? As far as updates go, I think I talked to you guys about the pee test for the goats. I have not been able to catch pee from Pixie. I've got to tell you. And Fern, she went back into heat a few weeks ago. I'm hoping she doesn't go back into heat, and that means that I'll have babies. And staggering them, I'm really not disappointed about staggering them because I was already thinking about that anyway, so that I would have a longer season of milk. Because I got to tell you, I am missing my goat milk right now. So, I'm still working on trying to catch pee for Pixie, but I'm pretty sure she's pregnant. She keeps growing. She's looking wide. She kind of waddles a little now. And if she is pregnant, she'll be due around May 14th. I did the gestation calculator on the American Dairy Goat Association website. And other than that, we're just struggling with this season. This season is hard. In the north here, we have warm days and we get excited and it just kind of makes you really sick of winter and you just really, really want to get outside and feel the sun kiss your face again. And there's so many days when it's still gloomy and it's cold and you can't. So you kind of start getting a little stir crazy but it will be here before we know it. So if you too live in the north, don't you worry, spring is coming. It always does. So I was sitting in church today and they were talking about loving your enemies. And, that's a tough subject. It's tough to love your enemies. And I think the thing to think about and remember is you were once, if you are a follower of Jesus, you were once God's enemy because you were a sinner. And when you accepted Jesus as your Savior, you were accepted into His family and into His love. But before you ever did that, before you ever made that decision and you were still His enemy, God loved you so much that He sent His Son to die for you. And I know some of you don't believe that, but I do. Jesus has lived in my heart since I was a little girl. And boy, I am not perfect. I have strayed not once, not twice, but many times. And He always forgives me and accepts me and lets me know He's there. And like I said, I've been going through a bit of a difficult time. And even on the days when I didn't feel like I could pray, God still showed me His presence. And He always shows up. But you have to believe and you have to be willing to ask for His help. Because He offers help to everybody, but He wants to be asked. He wants to be loved. He created us to worship Him, really. He wanted us in his life. And when we sinned, he wasn't able to be. I know that's hard to understand for some people, but if you were God and you've never sinned and you are righteous and you always do the right thing, imagine how hard it is and impossible to be around someone who's not reconciled with you, who hasn't repented of the sin, and who doesn't want to try to live within the will of you, because you are God and you know what's best. You are the beginning and you are the end, and you know all the in-betweens and the rules and the things that are in the Bible that tell you to do this and do that and not do this and not do that. Just like a parent tells a child not to jump on the couch because they're going to fall and hurt themselves. These are for our protection. And of course, it's hard to just obey all the time. You know that because you can't keep jumping on the couch, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes we sin, and you got to talk to God about it and repent and turn away from it and try our best. That was such a deep subject. I just wanted to touch on it a little. So back to the seeds. Almost forgot. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. It'll help me out a lot and help me to keep coming back with more information for you. And like it and share it. Love you guys. Bye.